Hello, friends. Susan Axelrod here, the Confidence Coach. Welcome to the Confidence Zone. Do you have your attagirl file in place? When I was starting in business, I happened to fall into a job that I loved right from the start. I was 22 years old, and that job turned into a career. Because it resonated deeply with my innate personality characteristics, I did well early on in my career and I got good feedback. And periodically at that time, I was in my 20s, I would share this feedback with my father, who was sort of the person who was the person I looked up to in business. I proudly would share this with him, and then it would give him the opportunity to be proud of me. I also shared my trials and tribulations with him in business and learned from him along the way. He told me early on to start my attagirl file. That's what he called it. Traditionally known as an attaboy file in his day, because it was the boys who turned into men who worked, and they were like, attaboy, pat him on the back. But he told me that along the way of your career, there will be times that things don't go well for you naturally. And when you need, you will be able to have this file to look through to get the courage and confidence and self pride that you need to get back in the game. Also, as it happens along the way, if you create this file in a dedicated way, then you'll have it to use for references or testimonials or information to share with potential employers. So I was a good girl. I've always been a good girl. I've always had good girl persona in me. And I listened to my father. And early on in my career, I created what I called an attagirl file. Today, I might say, it should be called an attawoman file. But now, when I mentor young professionals, I call it a rocked it file, ROCKED, rocked it with an exclamation point, right? I rocked that. And so now, of course, it's not an old manila folder. Like I still have the old manila folder. I think it's even written in pencil, attagirl file. But now, of course, we would create a document or a file folder online or whatever to hold this information. This idea will help you either step into the confidence zone or stay in the confidence zone if or as you come into problems along the way of your work, as you naturally would because you're human. Today, with a client this morning, I was talking about a mistake that someone in her shop made. And while my client just wanted to get the problem fixed if it was a systemic problem, she didn't want to point out somebody's mistake, but the person took it personally, as most people do, even though my client kept trying to say, I just want to make sure that this doesn't happen again. And nobody's pointing fingers at any human error because we all make human error. There isn't a human working alive who hasn't made a mistake in their life. And so, because human error happens along the way, you may make mistakes from being mindless, thoughtless, or careless, or you may make a decision from judgment and think that you're doing the right thing, but it may still go bad. Any way, shape, or form, that kind of thing boots us out of the confidence zone. And we want to work to step into the confidence zone or stay in the confidence zone. That doesn't mean you live in the confidence zone. I didn't say you live here. There's no living here because we're human, including me. And so this morning, just coincidentally, I got two emails from people in my life who are related to me via work, not family members or personal social friends. And I thought to myself, oh, I should add that to my rocked it file. So one of them said, I love you. You are one of two people in my life who facilitated some of the deepest healing of trauma by simply listening. What makes you incredible is that you are choosing to be an activist from a place of love. And I read that and I was like, oh my gosh, touched to my core. The other one says, wow, your courage is so inspiring. I am so proud of you. Yeah, a colleague said, I am so proud of you. Of course, it's a woman, right? And so when I happened to read these two messages came in this at the same time, and I have numerous messages like that. I could read you a text from someone I did a coaching session with who said, I'm so excited about setting myself up in the way that we discussed. I'm clueless about how to do it, but I'm so ready to learn and I want to work with you. That was a text I got this morning. So all of these things made me mindful of this very, very important tool in business, which I call a rocked it file. And I wanted to share it with you today because so often we're booted out of the confidence zone, either by something we did by mistake or often by something that somebody else did that's out of our control. Our job is to keep coming back in and knowing that we're doing the best we can. Always do your best, one of the 4 agreements. And by all means, let other people lift you up. Keep their words close to you. I bet that if you think just for a minute about the last months or year or years of your life in work or in business or just in life, you're going to come up with several things that people have said to you that really were uplifting for you to hear and makes you, when you're uplifted, right? And this is the confidence stance, right? And so that's what I do in my life and my work every day. Part of my mission is to uplift women in the second half of life, right? And that looks like this. And so a rocked it file can help you do that and help you either get back into the confidence zone, jump forward into it, or stay in it if you need. So that's it for today, friends. It's Friday and it's the start of a holiday weekend. Monday is Martin Luther King Day. And I want to ask you right here and now, what are you doing to honor the memory and legacy of Martin Luther King and to carry it forward in an active way to keep it with you in your heart, not just on this one day, but always? We'll talk about that on Monday. Shabbat Shalom to those who celebrate, and to everyone else, I want to wish you a very good weekend. And to my dear friend Leela, happy birthday on this special birthday. I couldn't love you more, and I couldn't be happier than to be here celebrating it with you. Love you, friend. Okay, friends, have a good weekend. I'll see you Monday. Bye-bye.